So inside of your capstone part two, there is a portion here after you kind of brainstorm the company and the. Let me pull it up here. After you brainstorm your sticky strapline or the tagline, whatever you like to call it, just the similar thing to like Nike's "Just Do It" or the "You're Worth It" from Morel. After you kind of develop that, you part B is asking you for a new business card with a name and look. And there's a few recommendations in chapter 11, and these don't recommend like how to make it. They just recommend some good tips for it as well. But essentially, what you would could do here is there's a few websites here that we could choose from. But let me inside Google really quick. So Daisy. Sure. Oh, I have it on my wrong screen here. My bad, everyone. If you just look up online an online business card maker, there's a few of them here. There's one at a website called bizcardmaker.com. And if you take a look at this one, it's a bit weird looking at the start, but it's a pretty straightforward website where you can change the background of your business card on the left side over here, like so. And you can also, the nice thing about this one is you can upload a logo if you have one, and go ahead and, excuse me, go ahead. Excuse me. Go ahead and change around. So let's just say that I was working for that Black Dog Gelato, website I was working on earlier, and then I would just type in my name up here at the top, and then right here I could do the tagline here. So I think it was hashtag do something or do something. So this is like an online business card maker that you could use. Another way you could go ahead and make a business card is if you go ahead and open up Word. Now, Word actually might be a bit tougher to do this in. And again, I wouldn't recommend this one because it might take a lot of time. But there is shapes that you can use on Word to like drag out. As you can see here, I could change the. Sorry, let me do that one more time. I go up to Insert, Shapes, and then I have a bunch of shapes here, but I could drag them in here. And I could drag out this square. I can make it any color I want. I could insert some more shapes and icons if I want any. Word has a lot of powerful items as well. Inside of here, as you can see here, I can drag out another circle. And inside of that, you can kind of, if you want to put text onto these squares, when you hit insert, you can go to, let me see here, text box right here. And after you build in your text box, you can go ahead and drag around this text box to any location you want. And then that's another effective way of going ahead and showing off how to build up your business card. And then inside of here, you could just say any, like, again, I could just say Black Dog Gelato. Again, the problem with Word, though, I don't know why. Okay, I don't know what's going on with my Word. Sorry. But anyway, this is another way that you can go ahead and do it. This way is a little more jankier, I would say. It's a bit tougher to do. So what I would say is you can use an online business card like this. There's another website called Vistaprint, Vistaprint. And if you click on Vistaprint, they have a bunch of stuff out here, but the cool thing that they have is on the front page, if you go to business cards right here, you could go ahead and pick any of these pre-made business cards that you'd like. Let's see here. Maybe this one. And again, once I click on this guy here, oh, is it not going to do it for me? Uh-oh, I think their website's... See, I can, oh, look at that. That's their fault, so I can complain about, this is why we want good website design, right? So I'm going to go ahead and click on their business card. Okay. I think Vistaprint might be broken here, so let me just go back to a different one. So usually, I'm just going to retype in online business card maker again, and any of these online tools will be perfect for you. Canva is a nice one that has one as well. You could start designing a business card. And straight away there's a tour that you can do too. But as you can see here, I could go ahead and just under templates, I could pick something, or you can design something from scratch as well. So any of these websites work for you as well. And I believe once you're finished editing your business, and you don't need to have a backside of the business card. If you do, and it's easy to make, that'll be perfect if you can make one. But I would say just try your best to make the one with the, and remember for your business card, you're going to want to have the, excuse me, you're going to want to have your tagline, and then kind of your what was it there? Your tagline, and then you could put your own name there as well to help out with it too. Oh, sorry, Ali, did you have a question there? Sorry, I missed the end.
Yeah,
Sure.
I just wanted to know, like, is there any many, like the one that right now you are sharing the screen, it
Yeah.
just have the tagline, right? So is there any minimum requirement that we need to have, or like we like it's compulsory to put a phone number, or no, or we can just have the tagline with the design?
I would say you know what you should put in here for practice is the company's already pre-made websites. You know, so if they have a Facebook page, I would say try to put that on the business card. If they have a website, put it on the business card. You don't need to do like you don't have to have a phone number or anything though. Like for Rise and Stretch Yoga, let's just say that I was doing these people, I could just simply I'm going to copy this really quick, and then I could just say uh, let's just say their Facebook is right down here, and then their Twitter is right down here. And then the one thing that you could do, just for your, you know, just because we're working as you're supposed to be interning there, you might want to put your name or whatever on there, but you don't need to do a phone number. And essentially, if you can get the tagline and the business logo on there, and just have a few bits of information, that's all you need. There's not really a minimum for that one. Does that help a bit with that one?
Yeah, that was helpful. Thank you.
Perfect. Awesome. And now, so the business card shouldn't take too long. Again, I'll post, I'm recording this, so I'll upload it, but I'll also post these links into our chat here. Vistaprint should work sometimes, but it's not working now, of course, when I'm showing it off. But Free Business Card Maker does work. Canva does a good one. You could use Word, but that might cause more issues than worthwhile. So I would just say you're perfectly fine to use a free one. And what I wanted to show off is how you download it. Is most of these free websites, to save the logo design, you would have to sign in, but to download it, you should be able to just pretty much download it for free. So if I pick this one like this and I hit download, I have to pay and download. Okay, so for our purposes here, there's a download a free watermark draft on this one. Let me download that and let's just see what this looks like. If I open it up. Yeah, it's fine. If there's a watermark or anything, it's fine. You don't need to pay or make an account to do this part. This one as well. If you see here, when I create my logo, I can hit download as a PDF or a JPEG, and it should pop up for me down here. And then you can just submit that for your Moodle course. Great. And then after the business card, of course, you have the press release. But based on what I've seen so far with the press releases, you guys are doing great with those. But as a reminder, I have the other video explaining the press release example, but it should be straightforward enough. Are there any more questions with Capstone Part 2 that I can help address?
Yeah, a little about press release. Like the
Sure.
last time we did was advertorial. So I know what to put on the press release. Like what type is it? Like how do
Sure.
I'm like the format of it. I know what to put. I just need to know the format of it.
Absolutely, sure. So essentially, what you could do for your press release, let's see here. And let me just pull up our old presentations really quick. So as a quick reminder, in the press release form, of course, if you already know what's in there, that's perfect. But in chapter 14, which is in this one here, 11 to 14, with writing content, the press release information is inside of this PowerPoint. If you go down, also the business card is in here as well if you just want to double check it. But those sites should be helpful for that one. But if we scroll all the way down here to slide 38, it speaks a bit about a press release. And essentially, what you would like to do for your press release, excuse me, is see here. You just have to talk about. Let me pull this over here. 250 words of your company's newest product. So, for instance, as an example of how you would write this out, if I was doing my Black Dog Gelato example, I would literally just open up a new Word file, and then because this is just for our purposes of reading and experimenting with it, you could literally just make a nice looking Word document here. Black Dog Gelato releases a new flavor, like so. And then, of course, you can highlight this and change the heading and stuff. And you can kind of if you really want to go crazy, you could put the date and stuff in there too, to just like make it mimic an actual press release. But the format of your press release, essentially, you can just type it in a Word document, save the Word document, and upload that. So at the end, you should be uploading two different files usually, unless you combine all of them into. You can add in your business card into the file here as well at the top. But essentially, you would just type up the press release into a Word document and then save that and upload it too. Um, does that help, Ali, with the press release?
Yeah, that was really helpful.
Perfect.
But so let's suppose I want to, I'm not saying that I would, but let's suppose I want to make it in the style of a newspaper cutting. I can do that to like stylize on me, right? I can choose any style,
Yeah,
but the
and
press release has to have a certain format.
absolutely. Any style you want. You could go as crazy. Like, there's some been really cool submissions so far. You can add in shapes to this if you'd like. I just blocked in everything. But you can, like, add a background. You can add in some shapes as well, too. Oh, is that Olivia? You rocking out? Cool. So you can add in some shapes up here. It's up to you and how you would like to make it. If you want some examples of some cool press releases as well, let me just show you here.
Because I was thinking maybe I can use it in a newspaper style cutting, like it so
Yeah,
looks like a from a newspaper.
absolutely. So what you could do here is, let's just say I'm working with this one. I can insert. Oh, if you go to layout in Word and columns, you can hit two columns, and then you
Yeah.
can go ahead and let me just. Whoops, daisy. So this might take a little while. Let me just make sure I can get it across here. There you go. So
Yeah.
it looks a little odd, but essentially you could just do a newspaper format, and then your press release would just say like. Then you could put headers there as well, so you can go as creative. If you're not feeling too creative, just a Word doc is fine too. But any format that you would like to release it is fine, and so you can stylize it
All right.
however you
Thank you.
want. Yeah, and then of course on Google there's some examples too. Usually press releases are kind of like top to bottom format, but honestly, you can make it any style you want. Like this one too, for instance, you could put logo and some stuff up there too. So yeah, awesome. Great questions, everyone. That's fantastic. Is any more questions from anyone on Capstone Part Two or some other work?
No, that was really helpful. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. Great. Glad to be of assistance. Okay. All right. So I could go ahead.